This is Team Damens-Brac of KNUST, first year Industrial Engineering 2021-2020 year. And then we are presenting on creative thinking techniques, namely empathy, attribute listing, and combination.
Hello, my name is Solomon Ayi. Our first creative design technique we are going to talk about is attribute listing. Attribute listing is arguably one of the best creative design techniques. I say this because it has been in existence since the early 1930s, and it was developed by the American educator and writer named Robert Blatt Crawford. Now, what is attribute listing? Attribute listing has to do with taking an existing project or system. Now, emphasis here is laid on existing. So it has to do with taking the existing project or system and then breaking it down into its constituent smaller parts, and then with the aim of reproducing or modifying these parts either by conventional inquiry or by idea generating techniques, for example brainstorming, and then after all these processes have been fulfilled, reassembling these parts, that is the modified parts, to come up with your new and your advanced project or system. So that is the basic intro and the definition for attribute listing. Thank you.
I'm Mr. Volkman, and I'm presenting on the classification of attribute listing. And one, we have the physical attribute, that's the shape, the color, the texture. And then we have the social attribute, that's the responsibility and power. We have the process attribute, we have the manufacturing, the selling, the marketing. We have the psychological attribute, that's the needs, the power, and then the negative and positive emotions. And we have the price attribute, that's the production cost and the consumer's price.
My name is Aibunte Bernard Niaiti, presenting on the procedures involved in attribute listing. First on the list is identification of the project or system to be improved upon. In this case, you are taking a YAM form. Second is you write down the attributes of the project or system in consideration. So in this case, you are taking the camera and the keypad of the mobile phone. The third is you make possible improvements to the parts that you have listed. So in this case, for the camera, you're going to increase the pixels of it, and then for the keypad, you are changing it to possibly a touch screen. Okay, and then fourth is you put back together all these improvements that you have made on the various parts to have one complete form of the project or system. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel Isani Inze, and I'm here to present on practical example of the attribute listing. Now, when you come to attribute listing, you consider various parts. So let's take a torchlight as an example. When you take a torchlight, you have the switch, you have the battery, you have the bulb, you have the weight, and you have the casing of the torchlight. So when you take the switch, a torchlight may be made of only off and on. But when other idea that you can add to the torchlight can be on, off, or you can regulate the brightness of the torchlight. When you take the battery too, if the battery is consumable, you can recharge the battery. So that's another idea that you can add to the torchlight. When you take the bulb, if the bulb is made up of the glass, you can make it plastic. And the weight too, if it is heavy, you can make it light. Then the casing too, if it is plastic, you can make it metal. So this one practical example of attribute listing.
Okay, my name is Amos Jimmy Market, and I'll be presenting on empathic design. Okay, so empathic design is a process of keeping the user in mind throughout the process of creating or bringing something new into existence. Okay, so it is the process of knowing what the customer wants or what the customer may need. Okay, so in the late 90s, companies realized that listening to consumers only response is not going to help them to bring up better or successful products. Thank you.
My name is Ruby Jejo Anosi. This afternoon, I'm here to present on the empathic process. It involves 5 stages. Observation. Observation deals with what should be observed, who should be doing the observation, and who is to be observed. Capturing data. Capturing data doesn't involve the details of the user, but rather the feelings of the user towards the product. Reflection and analysis. Reflection and analysis deals with you reflecting on what has been observed. Brainstorming for solution. It deals with you producing a graphic visual representation of possible solutions. And the last one is developing prototypes of possible solutions. And that one is the physical representation of the ideas discussed. Thank you.
I'm Frempong Kwisisafo, and I'm here to talk about the importance of empathic design. One, empathic design helps manufacturers provide users with exactly what they want. Two, empathic design can help engineers produce more advanced and effective products which might boost their businesses. Three, it helps the engineers to identify hidden problems that users haven't encountered yet and find solutions before there's any need to it. Thank you.
My name is Akutobles Kwame, and I'll be talking about some products that were designed with empathy. In the year 1979, the Sony company manufactured a music player known as the Walkman. This device had a lot of disadvantages. One was its large size. It wasn't chargeable and also required users to use cassettes. Some users found this very difficult to use and they didn't want to use this device because it wasn't portable and then it required them to use cassette. The Apple company, optimizing this, made a very small music player, and this device didn't require the users to use cassettes. The users found this device to be very useful since it has met their problems. At the end, the Apple iPod overtook the Walkman. And this is to tell us that as engineers, if we are manufacturing a device, we should have the users in mind. This will help us meet their needs. Thank you.
I'm Christopher Nana AJF3E, presenting on combination technique designed by Harrington. Now, combination technique combines the various innovative processes and products into one new product for solving problems. To explain this further, I'm trying to mean that is the byproduct of already applied systems and then processes integrating into one system to solve problems. Now, the main aim for this technique is to look out for new fusions of known forms and then attributes. I'm going to talk about 4 procedures for this combination. The first one is brainstorming, come out with a lot of different ideas. The second one is picking. So you have to select the ideas that are more eligible to undergo this technique. The third one is sieving. Here you select ideas and then you pair them and then know which one best fits. The last one is that drop other ideas aside and then use the selected ideas to form the new product. Thank you.
My name is Julius Dubati. I'm presenting on the categories in the combination technique. Okay, category 1. This is combining the innovative techniques that are associated or related to the structures, functions, the principles or processes in your design. Example is combining, let's say, production processes that's supposed to be in your design, or even combining the right materials that you need in your design. Okay. Category 2 is all about combining the problem-solving techniques, especially the already accepted problem-solving methodologies that you have to get to make your design. Okay, how do we utilize the combination method in the idea generation? First of all, the combination method is really lateral thinking technique that challenges the status quo and allows you to explore many possibilities. So the first method is the Scampler method. It allows you to substitute, and also it allows you to combine ideas, adapt, to magnify, to put to other uses, to eliminate and to rearrange all your ideas. And the other method is the 7x7 method. This method allows you to put all your designs on a racker board, and then you can arrange them in 7 rows and 7 columns. Thank you very much.
I'm also Abia Michael, and I'm here to hit on the disadvantage of combination technique. 1. It is difficult to decide in some cases what is a form and its attributes. Therefore, forms and attributes specify the form the element belongs to. Example, loss of resources, scheduling problems, security issues and interpersonal conflicts. 2. It tends to encourage the existing means of achieving project objectives.
My name is Amachi Wanita Adoma, and today I'm come to present on the advantages of combination. So with combination, new forms of products are produced by recombining pre-existing ones. So let's say you have design sample A and you have design sample B. You work on A and B, then you combine them to form the advanced part of it. Also, combination helps us to analyze design. So you'll be able to analyze the parts of the design to make it more advanced. And lastly, it saves cost. Since we are using pre-existing ones and not new products, it will save the cost. Thank you very much.
So this has been a presentation by teams Damens-Brac.
A gentle way of bringing change and implementing innovative ideas without affecting life.
So that is the meaning of Damens-Brac. Thank you.
Thank you.